Ladies and gentlemen, the bull market has arrived. A lot of us are trying to figure out which tokens to invest in. I believe that one of the major sectors that's going to take off this cycle is gaming. I'm not talking 2021 Ponzi schemes, but real games integrating blockchain in some capacity. And like always, we want to find those games early. So what are we doing? Going as early as possible. This video, we're specifically looking at unreleased tokens in the gaming sector that are launching in 2025. Some of them as early as Q1, basically right now. This is part one. And for part one, we're looking at 5 tokens in the AVAX ecosystem. We've got at least 5 more to explore after that, so stay tuned. Let's kick it off with Spellborn's Born token. Spellborn is like a next-gen Pokemon. They've taken all the elements we loved as kids and improved on them. It's a pixel art, monster-catching, battle-it-out MMORPG. You can play through the story to save the world from mystical creatures, or you can get it on with PvP. Plus, there's mining, farming, fishing, crafting, and making your apartment as cozy as you want it to be. Where does the token come in? Everywhere, apparently. The Born token is essentially trying to revolutionize the way we do in-game economies. And that's pretty awesome, but it's not all it's doing. It's not live yet, but earning is. You can play the game, complete missions, win tournaments, buy packs, and make content, all earning you a token allocation when it drops. They've also teased their guild system, which requires owning an apartment that's an NFT to found a guild. And every guild in-game will be able to launch their own tokens, which exist underneath the Born token, potentially similar to the way Virtuals does this. So now you've got a solid game, interesting tokenomics, and you're tapping into a meta that the rest of crypto could actually get excited about. And that, to me, makes Born worth paying attention to. Next up is Providence. Providence is a free-to-play multiplayer survival shooter, and it's one of my most played crypto games. Far off in the future, humanity has traversed across the galaxy and found Providence, an entrapping dark corner of the universe filled with anomalies, fragments of worlds that come to life only to be destroyed over and over again. Resources are scarce and the worlds are full of danger. Every resource, blueprint, armor piece, and weapon that you extract from the slip worlds is a unique on-chain asset that you own. That means you can trade, sell, and collect them. Their token is confirmed to be dropping early this year, likely before the end of Q1 in the Avalanche ecosystem. We know it's a utility token, both inside the game and in their broader ecosystem. Beyond that, not a lot has been announced. But one piece of alpha I do have is that AI will be directly integrated into Providence's world. They've teased that their mobile game will allow you to train AI companions that you can bring into the main game to assist you. These AI companions are also on-chain assets. Fun game, cool world, still underrated, and now you got that AI and gaming narrative tied into it. Next up is Faraway. This is the first one on our list that isn't actually a game themselves, but they're heavily involved in the gaming space. They're calling themselves the Entertainment Chain. Faraway is building an interconnected universe of gaming, crypto, and AI. They're a games publisher, a layer 1 in Avalanche 9000, and they're pioneering the way that we interact with AI and crypto. They've got multiple games already, with their most notable being the best tactical arena shooter in crypto right now, Shatterline. You can already buy some of their NFTs like Heavy Metal or their AI agent, Jeff, but they have 2 new tokens launching early this year. 2. I know. Kind of cheating, kind of double dipping, but we're hitting them both in this part. Launching first is the RIFT token, which will give you broad AI exposure adjacent to gaming. It'll be the token that oversees the RIFT platform, which is like Shopify for AI agents, where you can enhance AI by giving them skills to validate blockchain nodes, create NFT art, trade tokens, maybe even play games for you or other ways to make slightly passive money. It's all up in the air, but it sounds fascinating. And then you have F, the F token, which will be their official token for the F chain. And watch out for that one, because it's going to give us exposure to AI, gaming, their chain, the whole package. Everything will come back to F. I'll be buying both, and I can't wait to see how they interact with each other. This next one we've talked about a lot. You've seen them in our shorts. You've seen them on our podcast. It is Off the Grid, specifically their Guns token, which will be releasing early this year, hopefully Q1. If you're living under a rock, Off the Grid is the first crypto game to be fully playable on Xbox and PlayStation, which is a huge accomplishment. It's a battle royale / extraction shooter set in a futuristic, comedic, cyborg-esque world crafted by Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9. All of the skins, weapons, and cosmetics are fully tradable NFTs, if you want them to be. But they've been incredibly tight-lipped about their token's utility inside Off the Grid. We do know it's the token not just for their game, but for their Avalanche L1 Gunzilla, which means it's bigger than just a single game. They've had more mainstream success than arguably any crypto game ever, and they aren't even fully live yet. When I ask my non-crypto gamer friends, hey, do you know any crypto games? This is the one they know. When I ask my crypto friends who aren't gamers if they're watching any games to invest in this cycle, this is the one they know. Guns is not just one token to watch this cycle. It's the token that everyone outside of crypto gaming is watching this cycle. So I hope they absolutely nail their launch. And finally, the last one of this video, MapleStory Universe. We've heard debates about whether the biggest crypto games will be brand new games using brand new technology, or if they'll be legacy games with millions of fans taking a risk to integrate blockchain into their game. This is the second one. MapleStory is a free-to-play, 2D, side-scrolling MMORPG that has been hugely popular since 2003, and now they're bringing their IP to crypto with MapleStory Universe. If you've played the original, the gameplay will be familiar to you, but this is what's new. And before I continue, take everything from this point on a little bit loosely. There's not a lot of official info out there yet. There's no white paper, only a tokenomics comic that lists their ideas and conveys what they want to achieve, but doesn't list super specific points. No longer are you just playing in the MapleStory world, you are playing in the universe, which is actively expanding when creators, like you and me, build their own planets and experiences for adventurers to encounter. They're tapping heavily into the UGC narrative, but all of the cool assets, swords, cloaks, speedy shoes, will work across every planet. In order to create worlds, enhance your items, utilize the marketplace, and more, you will need their token. Now here's where it's not all super clear yet. They have their in-game currency, Nesso, which is off-chain. But in order to mint items, you need to turn it into on-chain Nesso. And then they have their token NXPC, which is given as a reward to creators for building awesome planets, and is potentially used in their entire UGC process. How those tokens interact with each other is not yet clear. We gotta wait for that white paper. I'm guessing that maybe Nesso is exclusive to MapleStory and NXPC is for their whole ecosystem, but we don't know. What I do know is MapleStory Universe has a clear path to greatness, and that is interesting to me as an investor. There's your first 5 upcoming gaming tokens for 2025. Which one do you think has the best potential for this year? And for the next 5, follow 100x everywhere and stay tuned.